Study Guide 8, page 2, number 13. Write 456,000 in scientific notation. Well, to be in scientific notation, you have to have one number in front of digit in front of the decimal place, and that digit has to be 1 to 9. So I'm going to have to put my decimal between the 4 and 5, and I'll have 4 and 56 hundredths. Now, I have to see what power of 10 I multiplied by. So every place value is a power of 10. So if it started here as a whole number, I moved it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places, which is multiplying by 10 to the 5th. Now you're going to go reverse. You're going to write 2.7 times 10 to the 3rd in standard form. So we're going to take the 2 and 7/10 and multiply it by 1,000, which is going to move it to the right 3 spaces. So I'm going to go over here and write 2.7. And then I'll move it 1, but I'm going to have to add 2 zeros to move it completely out 3 spaces. And I'll rewrite that as 2,700. Put a comma if you want to in it after the 2. Number 15, to multiply fractions, you need fractions, which we have, and we should have some canceling we can do. 5 goes into 5 one time, and 5 goes into 24 times. 3 goes into 3 one time, and 3 goes into 9 3 times. You can cancel any numerator and denominator. So on top I have 1 times 4. On the bottom I have 1 times 3, and then we can divide 3 into 4. And it goes 1 time with a remainder of 1 and the divisor of 3. Now this time we're subtracting time units. So we're going to have to, looks like we're going to have to do some borrowing because I can't take 21 seconds from 12 seconds. I don't have enough seconds, so I'm going to have to go over here and take a minute away. And 1 minute is 60 seconds. So when I add the 60 to the 12, I'll have 72 seconds. So now we can subtract. 1 from 2 is 1, and 2 from 7 is 5. So I have 51 seconds. I can't take 30 minutes from 24 minutes, but if we go borrow 1 from an hour from the 8, we now have 7 hours. And there are 60 minutes in an hour, so that will give me 24 plus 60, which will give me 84 minutes, minus the 30, 0 from 4, and 3 from 8, and that's my minutes. And then 5 from 7 leaves me 2 hours. Number 17. John bought 3 boxes of cereal for $3.29 each and 1 gallon of milk for $2.99. How much change did he receive from a $20? So I have 3 of these. Well, let's see how much he paid for the cereal. $3.29 times 3 is 27. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8, and 3 times 3 is 9. Now remember, we have 2 place values here, so I need 2 in my answer. So we spent $9.87 for the cereal. And then we need to add the milk to it. So we'll go ahead and bring my decimal point straight down. 7 plus 9 is 16. 8 plus 1 plus 9 is 9 plus 9, which is 18, carry 1. 9, 10, 11, 12. So we spent $12.86. So now we want to see how much he had left. So we took the $20 and paid for it. And with all the zeros, we've got quite a bit of borrowing. We're going to have to borrow all the way across from the 2 to make it a 1, which gives me 10, borrow to make it 9, and this one 10, borrow to make it 9, and make this one 10. Now we can subtract all the way across. 6 from 10 is 4, 8 from 9 is 1, bring down our decimal place, 2 from 9 is 7, and then 1 from 1 is 0. So he had $7.14 left over from the change. Now this time we're rounding a number to the nearest thousandths. That's 3 decimal places. So let's count over 1, 2, 3 and underline that 8. And our answer has to have 3 decimal places on it. So the 5 is going to make that 8 go up 1. So we've got 2,564. This number stays the same. And then we're going to have 7, 6, and then the 5 makes the 8 go to a 9. 5/8 of the 7th graders at Smith Middle School like math. What fraction of the 7th graders do not like math? And I'm going to underline that because if 5/8, which we'll write up here, is who liked it, then the whole school, all the 7th graders, has got to be 8/8. So 3/8 of them do not like math. Now you have to be careful because it says there's 64 7th graders in the Smith Middle School, and how many of them like math? Well, we know that it was 5/8 of, which is our times, our 64 7th graders. And we're going to put a 1 under that so we can do some canceling. 8 goes into 8 one time and into 64 8 times. So we get 5 times 8 is 40 over 1, which is 40 7th graders like math. If they had asked us how many didn't like it, at this point we could simply subtract the 40 from the 64 and there would be 24 that didn't like math. Number 20, find the area of this figure. The units are in feet. And I hope we can see where I'm going to split this. I don't think I have a colored pen, so I'm going to split it. I think I'm going to split it here. I believe you can see that. And I'm going to find the area of this rectangle and the area of this rectangle. And then those total together will give me the area of the entire figure. Well, we know the area of a rectangle is 10, the length times width. So in this case, 10 times 5, and I'm not sure if you can see it if I write it on it, so I'll do it like this. It would be 50, and this is square feet. Now this one, we know its width is 4, but all of this is 16, and I only need to know this distance right here, from here to here. So if I look at my previous rectangle, if the width of it was 5, then it has to be 5 down here also. And let me write that on the outside so you can see it better. And if from here to here is 5, and this we don't know, but they have to add together to be 16, then 16 minus 5 would give us 11. So this little piece just from here to here is going to be 11 feet. Because 5 plus the 11 will give you the 16 for that total. So for this rectangle, my dimensions are 4 for the width and 11 for the length. So 11 times 4 is 44 square feet. So if this rectangle over here is 50 square feet, and this one here is 44 square feet, then the total area is going to be 4 plus 0 and 5 plus 4, 94 square feet.